Well, good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. There has been a clamour to get inside the ground tonight for a much anticipated game. The roads outside of the stadium have been bumper to bumper with traffic. The car parks are full. There is a torrent of humankind making its way from the nearby station, and we expect every seat to be filled. An atmosphere of great expectation and excitement. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. Italy braced for their anthem. Well, they have thrown down the gauntlet with that anthem. Now to match it. Two high-profile, high-caliber teams. This is a welcome event for all these supporters.
Well, get ready for some high-grade football, Peter. Two strong teams, as you say, full of wonderful individual talent. And we have every right to anticipate some really entertaining football. As to whether we'll see a high-scoring contest, that's a little harder to predict. I'm not complaining, though, because there are good players everywhere you look around this surface, and that's a fine start in itself.
Well, we're on the way. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Leonardo Bonucci. He's as imposing as they come, Peter, and he knows just how to use his physical attributes to make life difficult for attackers. He's also got a very good eye for a killer long ball, so don't be surprised if you see him launch a few counter-attacks for his team today.
Yeah, I must agree, especially in view of his ability to lead and organise the defence. Lukaku. Oh, great! Goes for goal! Marvellous goal!
Well, if that was their intention pre-match, let me tell you, it's worked out very nicely. I think for the skipper to chip in with a goal too is a bonus, but this game has already taken on a real attacking edge, and long may that continue.
Lovely goal, perfect poise to set himself for the strike. Italy didn't expect this, that's for sure. What can they do now? Chiesa. They get a throw in. Aimed in, massive leap! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
I have to commend the wing play, but I have to condemn the defending. They've got to stop the cross.
Torgan Hazard. Belgium are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. And it's De Bruyne. Witsel. There has been just the early goal here, and it's 1-0. Witsel. De Bruyne. Alderweireld. Meunier. De Bruyne. Hazard. Chiesa tries to get it forward quickly. Florenzi.
Italy have opted to really stretch the game now.
And they've been caught out here. And a shot!
Looking back on that, it was some save and potentially a big moment for the keeper and his team.
Ball's loose, who's getting there? Florenzi. Chiesa is onto it and can take it up. Shot at goal! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
Tielemans. Belgium are leading with half-time drawing close. Torgan Hazard. Tielemans. De Bruyne. And it's Meunier. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. Witsel goes looking. Torgan Hazard. It's a loose ball. De Bruyne. Tielemans. He's managed to get that all wrong. He's gone for it! And that'll be the last act of the first half. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game to now.
Well, they showed glimpses of some wonderful football to go in with the lead at half-time, and that's definitely pleased the fans. I think they'll be looking to keep this intensity up now in the second half.
Belgium happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. So we're already into the second period.
Well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players behind the ball instead of running beyond it. They could even try to spoil it from here, we'll see.
And it's Meunier. De Bruyne. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. It's a throw-in. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Torgan Hazard. De Bruyne is on the end of some really unwanted attention.
Well, closing him down first, Peter, is a very necessary step in preventing them from building attacks.
Chiesa displaying his defensive capabilities there. That's no striker's tackle.
Well, they say that your front lads should be that first line of stopping the opposition, and I think he's taken it to another level with his desire to get back and help everyone out.
Italy making consecutive changes here. Jorginho pumps it into the area. Well read, he sorted that out. Forward it goes.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
Well, hit and hope is just about the sum of it, isn't it, Jim?
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
Now it's Lukaku. Hits one! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
So there's going to be another change here. Spinazzola. Insigne. Bonucci. Looking to hit the front line. Bernardeschi gets flagged offside. Tielemans. Promising move that, good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. And here's Immobile, and that's sprayed out wide.
Italy are definitely not going down without a scrap. Their attitude just can't be full.
Oh, real danger here. Five minutes left on the clock. It is just a question of running down the clock now. Vertonghen. Witsel. Played out to the right. Now it's Carrasco. Jorginho drives it forward. Chiellini. Marco Verratti. And the referee brings it to a close. Belgium hold on. It's a narrow squeak, bit of luck, some judgment. 1-0 the score at the final whistle. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, a result which owed much to grind and graft, Peter. Not the prettiest of wins, but a very professional performance, I would say. And a clean sheet, of course, is always very welcome.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. They are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama here, a great sense of excitement and expectation. We are, of course, at the Estadio São Januário in Zona Norte of Rio, known colloquially as the Caldeirão, the big cauldron, as it offers a very intimidating matchday atmosphere. Everything so close to the pitch. Too high profile. Up to meet it! Decent enough try.
Sterling did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
Granit Xhaka. And it's Seferovic. Gets wrestled off the ball. Sterling. Sancho. Alexander-Arnold. Turns and goes. Has a hit! There it is!
What a start! And what a contribution from the main man. I had a feeling he might do something, given his reputation, but to do it like that, absolutely brilliant. I wasn't expecting that. I can give the keeper a little sympathy here because I think he might have been slightly unsighted. However, credit where it's due, it's still a fine finish from a tight spot.
Switzerland trail at this early stage. How will they respond? Granit Xhaka. England are already ahead. The perfect start.
Well, they've managed to get their noses in front early because they've been much quicker out of the stalls. They've set a high tempo and intensity and look as though they want it much more at the moment.
Sancho. And it's Chilwell. Sterling! And the ball's come out. Knocks one in.
Well, they would seem to be trying to expose the centre of that defence to runners.
It makes for some terrific movement.
It does, and they may be hit on the break because obviously it requires numbers forward to...
Has a pop! He has done it! And already they're looking to run away with it. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
So that's two now without reply.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
Seferovic looking to get on the end of this. Has a pop! Back of the net! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, I think the keeper has every reason to rip into that defence for allowing him to get into such a good position.
Switzerland get themselves back into contention.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
Sterling. Barkley. Alexander-Arnold. Now he's had a go! Danger averted for now. Maguire does well to read it and intercepts. Chilwell. And it's Mbolo. And Switzerland can counter now. He's come loose.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Rice. And he's got his range wrong there. Ricardo Rodriguez. And it's Mbolo. Gets away from his opponent. Did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. Ricardo Rodriguez. Switzerland disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Ricardo Rodriguez. There's the whistle for half-time. So a really good half of football, 3 goals and just one separating them.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided ample evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that the next one
will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period.
Well, it remains very delicately poised, and based on the promise we've seen through the first 45 minutes, I wouldn't be surprised if this takes another twist or two. It certainly would be in keeping.
England leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It is intriguing to watch and could easily go either way. Already up and running for the second half. Keeper has beaten it away. And it's Chilwell. And the finish! It's there! And with that goal comes comfort. That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Kane really showed his coolness, Peter, by not getting flustered on such a tough skill. And for me, it was controlled perfection.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Rice. Sterling. Kane. Now it's Sterling. Chance to shoot. Crosses into the area. And he's there to clear it. Defence has got rid of that. Now it's Seferovic. Sterling is on the end of some really unwanted attention.
Yeah, and they finally reacted, but they could have been more switched on before he scored.
Now it's Seferovic. Maguire drives it forward. Now it's Kane. It's Kane! Now it's Seferovic. Timely intervention. Rice. Barkley. Rice. Alexander-Arnold. Tries to get it forward quickly. Shah gets into the right position to intercept. They get a throw in. England are making a change now. He got amongst the goals here, and now he takes his leave.
I think he's put in a good shift, and their fans appreciate that. I think he can feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made.
And it's Embolo. Loses his balance and loses the ball. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Alexander-Arnold. Rice. Rashford. And here's Kane. Sancho. Sancho gets it out to the wing. Rash goes for goal! Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. A real chance to break. Just the keeper. Embolo! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Switzerland just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
England making another change here. Alexander-Arnold. Sancho. Jordan Henderson. Maddison. Rashford. And it's Rashford. And he's straight offside. Sommer gets it upfield. And that's been won straight back. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Rashford. Now it's Kane. Sancho. Good challenge, he just stood firm. So that's it, it is all over. England did it. Terrific team effort to satisfy both the boss and the fans. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Look, we saw some textbook football from wide areas that continued to produce expansive attacking play that was ultimately too hard to handle. They were simply too good in the wide areas.
And if that wasn't hard enough for the opposition...
Well, we have the most perfect day for you. A warm hello in every sense of the word. The sun is out and football has a special place on this most idyllic of days. A fixture ahead of us to which we've all been looking forward for so very, very long, and it means so very, very much. The scene could not be more beautiful. The pitch looks terrific. The players are ready to get started, and we cannot wait for the contest that lies ahead. Well, this really is one of the monuments to the history of our game, especially, of course, the Scottish game. It is Celtic Park, Glasgow. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no...
Morata! What a wonderful goal!
It's hardly a surprise, is it? That's what we're here for, a player with this wonderful knack of being able to show up and deliver at important times. Yet another example.
Absolutely thundered in. Keeper, no chance.
Well, the technique generates the power in that situation, and once power is assured, any goalkeeper's up against it.
Switzerland didn't expect this, that's for sure. What can they do now? And that's put paid to a promising move. Embolo. Sergio Ramos did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Thiago. And a shot! He's scored! And already they're looking to run away with it. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
He's made it 2, and no doubt he's hungry for more. Spain take a 2-goal lead, and things should be comfortable from here on in.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
It's a busy front line, lots of movement.
And is that working for you?
Well, not really. To be honest, I'm not a great fan of taking goal potential away from the penalty box.
Granit Xhaka. Rodri demonstrating fabulous determination. He just will not be beaten. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? Ferran Torres tries to switch the play. Morata finds himself offside. Sommer sends that a long way. Seferovic finds himself eased off the ball. Saul. Thiago. Half an hour played now. Rodri. Rodri. And it's Saul. Saul! That's unlucky, just wouldn't come down.
Oh, and it's such a good effort, and maybe the target really should have been hit.
Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. And that's been won straight back. Ferran Torres. Goes for the cross. Too much on it and out of play. Granit Xhaka. Rodri pings it out wide. Well, and that'll be the final action of the first half. Reflections on the first half?
Well, they had their opponents reeling in that half, Peter, and the break may influence a change somehow, but don't hold me to it.
Spain ahead 2-0, and they are looking good. That gets things going for the second half. Morata battles to win it back. Gaia. Saul. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Seferovic. Now a chance to break. Now it's Seferovic. Crunching tackle. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Hoists it forward. Thiago, who does have an assist to his name. Rodri. Saul. Now it's Morata. Ferran Torres! Oh, that's a fine save!
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
Spain are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. Defending of the desperate variety. And it's Gaia. And here's Morata. Adama Traore! Same again, same outcome.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Going for goal! He's missed, but not by that far.
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
Couple of changes then in quick succession. Cuts it out. Gaia. Rodri. And it's Adama Traore. Plays it out to the wing. Great leap! Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
Switzerland can defend those situations better by stopping the crosser at source.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Gaia. He's still going. Where to next? Here comes the corner. Well, who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. Seferovic. Isco. And it's Adama Traore. Granit Xhaka. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And no surprise, that's a booking.
While sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Ricardo Rodriguez. Gets it into the middle. Well read, he sorted that out. Xhaka gets it back. And here's it's Seferovic! It's a goal! With so little time left, grandstand finish! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
Switzerland give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish. And here's Morata.
Spain probably could have killed things off, but they should be okay here.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Rodriguez played into them, up for the header! It is now or never, time is against them. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And it's Embolo. Almost there, and the players can feel it. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Spain come out on top. Hard fought, impossible to predict. In the end, though, only the result mattered. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
I think it's all about setting the right tone at the start of a match, and if you can back that up with an early goal, it just energises everybody. The whole
Well, sadly for those who are exposed to the elements, I'm afraid that the clouds have opened up and it is teeming down here. There are some fans who are going to get very, very wet. Having said which, there are almost no empty seats. It is a terrific turnout under the circumstances. There's nowhere else to go, in truth, if you want to see this much-anticipated game. So, come rain or come shine, we are here and really looking forward to it. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. And so, the national anthems. And we're underway. Dybala. More than happy. Dybala with the foul. Ball's out on the left now. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. And it's Messi. Now it's Aguero. Aguero! And he's done it!
It's hardly a surprise, is it? That's what we're here for, a player with this wonderful knack of being able to show up and deliver at important times. Yet another example. Argentina are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
Argentina grab an early lead. Good start. And that's been won straight back. Paredes did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And here's Dybala. Gets good distance on it. Hoists it forward. It's a long pass, but not the most accurate. Tagliafico. Aguero. Argentina are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good.
Yeah, that's top defending in preventing him turning, which can open up many posts.
Has a hit! And the follow-up! They've done it! And they're at it again in double quick time. He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
Well, look, regardless of whether the keeper could have done better or not, Peter, that was all down to the excellent movement in getting into the right position to apply the final touch.
Argentina grab a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
Well, at 1-0 this contest was still nicely poised, but now that it's gone to 2, mindsets are affected a lot more. Winning belief one way and that losing feeling the other.
It's a great ball. It's Aguero!
Ecuador have made it clear what they're trying to do for me, Peter.
What are they trying to do?
Well, I think they're making the pitch as big as possible to work both flanks into better supply routes.
Keeps everyone guessing. Loose ball, who's going to get there? Just brushed off the ball there. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here.
Brings it forward, and here's Dybala. And it's Messi. Oh, he's found him in space. Oh, he's in! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Gets it upfield. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Forward it goes. Argentina are in control here on the brink of half-time. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Messi, who's made his mark on this game. Paredes. Oh, that's neat. And this Aguero! And it's there! And they are cruising away.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
Three without reply. This is becoming a stroll. And there's the end of the first half. Well, there's plenty that can be said about the last 45 minutes, but one thing that cannot be said is that it's dull. One-sided, yes, but packed with excitement.
This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
Argentina have established themselves in a position of absolute supremacy. An action-packed 45 minutes, and they have raced into a 3-goal lead. Well, the action has already resumed here. Chance to break. Plays it out to the wing. Loses his balance and loses the ball. Acuna. Tagliafico. Acuna. Tries to get it forward quickly. Acuna. He's had a shot! Disappointing finish in the end.
Lovely control. He made it stick with an excellent touch.
Argentina are making a change now. A warm ovation on his way off, and that is the least he deserves.
Look, you can only give your all, and he's delivered in that regard, and I think the manager has probably just spotted now a little tiredness creeping in, and, you know, if that's the case, then, you know, he's doing the right thing.
Someone looks like he's in need of protection here.
Well, he'll be seen as the #1 enemy because of his creative ability.
And here's Messi. And he's straight offside. Keeper sends it forward. A buccaneering run from the defender. Plenty waiting in the middle. He's come loose. Tagliafico demonstrating fabulous determination. He just will not be beaten. Receives it from behind. Martinez. Now it's Di Maria. He gets past his man. Di Maria. Chance to shoot. Tries a shot. And he's there to hoof it away. Oh, real danger here. He's making good use of his strength there. Just refuses to be out-muscled. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Keeper's got good distance on that, and it's played forward. And it's Messi. Oh, real chance! Now it's Di Maria. Hits one! He's scored! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away.
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
Argentina totally rampant here. Tries to get it forward quickly. Into the last 5 minutes. Di Maria. Good run down the left. What can they make of it? Going through. Di Maria. It's Di Maria! Oh, there was plenty on that.
Argentina clearly seem to have lost their passing accuracy, something they're obviously going to have to fix pretty quickly now.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Di Maria. Oh, good interception. And that's that. Argentina, comfortable winners, a virtuoso display, utterly one-sided. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Argentina simply imposed their strength from start to finish, and this became as predictable as predicted.
So just time for me to say... Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town and the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried thousands of away supporters here too, and all of it adds up to make a terrific, a crackling atmosphere. The match, I think, will be quite a spectacle. The Stade Louis II, not one of the biggest grounds, but certainly one that serves up a very unique atmosphere. Well, that has got the juices flowing, and now this. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Willian. He's one of the best around when it comes to close control with pace, and that makes him an explosive dribbler at times who's very tricky to stop. He's also a very good striker of the ball, especially from free kick situations, so the opposition will have to be careful about not giving away too many of those here.
Well, quite no argument from me on that one. So it's away we go then. Willian. And it's Coutinho. Played out to the right. Danny and a header! Goal!
What a start, and what a contribution from the main man. I had a feeling he might do something given his reputation, but to do it like that, absolutely brilliant. I wasn't expecting that.
What a super header, dispatched beautifully.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
Brazil go ahead, 1 goal to the good. He's pinged one through here. Sanchez beats the offside trap. Alexis Sanchez! What a ball this has a hit! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Daniel Alves. Philippe Coutinho. Fernandinho. Fernandinho plays it forward. Marquinhos. Richarlison! Is there any support? He might not need it. Going for goal! A real chance and a real let-off.
Do I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there?
And here's Alexis Sanchez. Goes for goal! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
Philippe Coutinho. And it's Oriana. Isla. Alexander. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Willian sticks in a foot to win it back. Willian conjuring up some magic on the right-hand side. Willian.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Thiago Silva. That's gone a long way up and away. Oh, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. Philippe Coutinho. Dani Alves. No, it's not getting there. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Arthur. Richarlison. Hits one! Really well taken goal. A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
Brazil take a 2-goal lead and things should be comfortable from here on in.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Gets the better of his man. It'll be a throw-in. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Arthur has a look inside the box. Hoists it forward. Oh no, that's not the ball he wanted. Fernandinho. Alexandro. Chile seem happy. And the first 45 minutes are up. How would you review the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Brazil go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. So we're just settling back into this second half. Medel gets into the right position to intercept. Tries to get it forward quickly. Marquinhos. Alexandro. Right through the middle. Quick look. It's Alexis Sanchez! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Marquinhos. Marquinhos goes looking. And it's Alexandro. Richarlison is being picked on here.
Yeah, and having notched a goal already, Peter, he's not good.
And the finish! And that's caused a worry or two.
Richarlison did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
Brazil making consecutive changes here. Richarlison taking his leave here, having got himself on the score sheet.
I think he's put in a good shift, and their fans appreciate that. I think he can feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made.
Marquinhos. Alexandro. Fernandinho. Fernandinho drives it forward, cuts it out. Keeper sends it forward. Alexandro. Isla. And it's played forward. Thiago Silva does well there, alert. Dani Alves, who does have an assist to his name. Just brushed off the ball there. Alexis Sanchez. And he has been fouled there. He's trying the shot. Forward it goes. And it's Vargas. Shoots! Philippe Coutinho. Alexandro. Decent progress down the left. He gets past his man. Has a pop! Yes! And surely that settles it. That's no fluke, it's what he was there for.
Well, for me, that's just pure predatory brilliance. It's not so much the finish, but the way he read the situation when nobody else was even alert to it. It's fantastic.
So there's going to be another change here.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Brazil take a 3-goal lead, and they are romping out of sight. Alexis Sanchez. Vargas shoots! Oh, didn't catch it right. Alexandro. There's some good play on the left-hand side now to profit from it. Tries to get it forward quickly. Fernandinho is fouled. Marquinhos. Thiago Silva. Alexandro. Coutinho. Could be thinking about a shot here. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Oh, good interception. And that is that. Brazil were irresistible here, dominant, utterly ruthless. Only ever one result, a comfortable win. Your reflections then, Jim?
Brazil certainly ran a perfect race from start to finish. Out of the blocks quickly, they got themselves in front, and they just didn't look back.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. So hello, welcome one and all to what is certainly in terms of international football in Latin America, the ultimate grudge match. Two absolute superpowers who also happen to be neighbours on a continent widely recognised as football's home. It is a rivalry that has a history which lasts well over a century and has of course been ranked top of all footballing rivalries by media and supporters alike. It comes as little surprise then that this game is considered to be international football's equivalent of the Super Classico. The 11 of Brazil, the 11 of Argentina, some of them friends, many foes in club football, lining up for a united cause. This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. Well, that was impressive. Match that. Well, it's a friendly in theory, but we are expecting this to be fiercely contested.
Well, I think we know what we're in for, whatever the circumstances that exist when these two meet. Losing really isn't an option, making this another intense, feisty clash, which should keep everyone on edge. The fans are more nervous than the players, to me, confirming an atmosphere of angst. Try telling them there's nothing riding on this.
Well, we're on the way. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Ederson. He's got great technique, Peter, and for a goalkeeper, he's got the passing range of a top-class midfielder. I think his team will be looking to use him as a foundation from which...
And Messi! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Foot in. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
I think it's great to see that kind of application and desire from a forward who wants to help out his defence. I think, you know, any good team, really, your striker should be the first line of that defence, and he's delivering.
Tagliafico. Out to the left it goes. Messi. And here's Dybala. Messi. Messi! Goal! Argentina! And it's Argentina in front.
Argentina are so well practiced in the art of keeping the ball through wonderful passing and movement, and a real appetite to ensure it's reflected in their goal count.
Argentina have made their breakthrough, so can they build on it?
Oh look, this is just what the fans wanted, and now that they're celebrating the opener, I think they'll want to see their team make all the running from here.
All the way back, and they start again. Marquinhos tries to get it forward quickly. Gets the better of his man. What a ball this has turned out to be. It's come through. And here's Aguero. Hits one!
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Argentina are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. And here's Messi. And Messi! Acuna.
Brazil have pushed both fullbacks into quite advanced positions here.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what are they attempting to do?
Well, it's a bold attempt, in my opinion, to occupy the opposition in a way they're not expecting.
Tries to switch the play. And here's Messi. Messi. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. He's gone for it. No mistake. And with that goal comes comfort. Oh, high quality goal. Lovely first touch, sumptuous second. Argentina grab a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
Well, at 1-0 this contest was still nicely poised, but now that it's gone to 2, mindsets are affected a lot more. Winning belief one way and that losing feeling the other.
Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there. Tagliafico continues his run. Dani Alves eases the ball away from him. Well, the crowd clearly like what they just saw. Some real no-nonsense defending. Finds himself eased off the ball. And it's Messi. Now it's Dybala. Messi. He's had a shot! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. And this could be the final action of the first half. That's gone a long way up and away. And we hit half-time. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Argentina in control at half-time, 2-0. Already up and running for the second half. Arthur. Willian. Acuna battles to win it back. Messi. Chance to break. Acuna plays it out to the wing. Lovely bit of skill. Now it's Messi. Goes for goal! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
Argentina have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution. Across the field it goes. Daniel Alves. Brazil getting a lot of touches here, but they're not making much progress. Arthur. Willian. Philippe Coutinho. Just brushed off the ball there. And it's Dybala. Messi is being picked on here.
Yeah, now that he's scored, this defence is on high alert whenever he goes anywhere near the ball.
Richarlison, and the counter is on. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Now it's Di Maria. Oh, really good feet. Early ball.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
He's left his man. Keeper's ball. Daniel Alves. He gets past his man. And it's Di Maria. And the shot! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Arthur. Willian. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Willian. Richarlison hits one! Goal! Brazil! Given such an open invitation, he was always going to shoot.
Well, it's pretty damning on the part of that defence, Peter, that he was allowed so much time and space. But I think you have to give credit where it's due, and it was a brilliant setup and finish.
Brazil making another change here. Brazil get themselves back into contention.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
Couple of changes then in quick succession. Tries to dink it in.
Brazil are definitely not going down without a scrap. Their attitude just can't be faulted.
Tagliafico plays it forward. Messi. It's found its way to him.
This is good ball retention, and it should be enough from here, but they want to double their advantage.
Marquinhos cuts it out. Philippe Coutinho. They're guilty of lacking inventiveness here. It's all broken down. Driving on now. What can they conjure from here? Martinez. And the ball's come out!
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Has a hit! In it goes! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
Brazil are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
Argentina could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Yeah.
That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Richarlison has a pop! Big relief, it just needed better contact. And there goes the final whistle. A decent win via a very competent performance. Without doubt, they were the better side, and the result reflects as much. The end of the game. Reflections?
Argentina made their intentions clear that nothing else but a win would do. These games are all...
Hello and welcome to you all as our coverage of the opening fixture of the International Champions Cup gets underway. It is a slightly new concept for some of you, but it is a special invitation event held both stateside and in Asia, as it has been since 2013. Interest in the competition has been phenomenal. It has drawn in crowds of over 100,000, which signal again that football is indeed a worldwide sport. It presents a rare opportunity for fans who cannot travel to watch their clubs or their favourite players to see them right on their own doorstep. And this must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. Well, there is a party atmosphere here, a very, very good turnout.
Yes, Peter, as you have intimated, a great stage for both clubs. A chance for supporters to see their team up close and personal too. And indeed an opportunity to grow the fan base and, of course, expand into new markets. The success of these events is triggering more. And it's wonderful to know that there's a huge appetite to keep them coming. And I hope they do.
Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't think there's any doubt he's one of the best around, Peter. Probably one of the best ever. He's an incredible physical specimen and a phenomenal goal scorer. You can't question his commitment and determination either. He's always in peak condition and he'll adapt his game to whatever role is requested of him. I think he's going to have a huge, huge impact on this team.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Son Heung-min. De Ligt positions himself well and cuts it out. Chiesa plays a clever pass. It's a good run, that. Great timing.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Goes for goal! Goal! Juventus!
Juventus are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
Juventus take the lead.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here.
Well, of course, this is the first really big game of pre-season, and so, Jim, the manager's actions and his statements, his tactics, his thoughts...
Well, it just goes to show you, Peter, the level of expectation and interest.
And scrutiny.
Yeah, I mean, they really want to hit the ground running, so as much as there's so much excitement around, there's also added pressure.
Juventus being made to look sloppy in possession here. Has a go! Goes for it! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Juventus really are in the ascendancy here, and they know they have to register while that's the case.
Cleared away. So it's going to be another corner. Dybala with the short one. Gets up to head it! Oh, just needed a better contact.
Well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone out.
Alderweireld. Hardly anything between the sides, and the score is 1-0. Sanchez. Son Heung-min desperately wants to get on the end of this. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, you obviously have to give credit to the front men for the half-time lead, but I think the midfield can really pat themselves on the back too. They work tirelessly for me.
Juventus leading 1-0 at the break. And we're already back underway here.
Well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players behind the ball instead of running beyond it. They could even try to spoil it from here, we'll see.
Well, that's clear-cut, it's a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking. Oh, smart save, he had plenty to do.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
And it's Lucas Moura. Kane. In with the challenge. Ramsey did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And it's played forward. A really good feat. Hit long and direct. Out of play for a goal kick. Aurier. Lucas Moura. Good challenge, he just stood firm. And it's Morata. Morata. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Good ball. He's had a shot! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
What a great finish, but how about the touch? It just allowed him to put the ball exactly where he wanted it, and the rest became a formality.
Juventus have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution. So that's 2 now without reply.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
Aurier. Chip through. Dybala. Bernardeschi. Morata. That's a brilliant interception. Clears it out of harm's way. Dybala. And the finish! Yes! And surely that settles it. That was easy, almost too easy.
It's almost criminal to see a defence fail to identify someone who thrives when it comes to shooting stats. They knew, and yet they didn't heed, and they've paid the price and deserve to.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Yeah, it's about time I think we saw some activity from the bench, but it's debatable as to what level of impact can be made from here. It's pretty late.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll. Bernardeschi. Tries to dink it in. And it's hoisted clear. And it's Dele Alli. And here's Son Heung-min. It's Son Heung-min! Cristiano Ronaldo. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Chiellini to play it forward. Alderweireld. Sanchez. And time is up. Juventus, comfortable winners. A virtuoso display, utterly one-sided. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
What I most admire about this outfit is the cohesion and the willingness to work hard as a unit and getting behind the ball, doing the ugly.
Well, hello and welcome to our coverage of the final day of the International Champions Cup, an event which has seen clubs invited here from right around the globe. This may have only been a short tournament, but it is one that has certainly left its mark here for all the right reasons. The games have been very largely watchable, more than decent, played in a very good spirit, and everybody who has taken part deserves great credit for bringing the game to a new market. Turnout has been fantastic throughout the event, and it is certainly the case here today as well. Let us hope that it all ends just as well. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world, and boy does it add to the occasion. So then the final opportunity for these distant fans to see their heroes. Massive leap! No, not the best of headers.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
Needed a better pass there. And here's Suarez. Carrasco. And a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Cristiano Ronaldo. Chiesa. Juventus still to register a shot on target. And Dybala! Oh, great save, real class.
The keeper really dug out his defence then, a magnificent effort.
And it's Vitolo. Koke. And here's Suarez. Cuadrado. And that is as far as they're going to go. Alexandro goes looking. Dybala. Plays it back. Cristiano Ronaldo! Goal! Juventus! And it's Juventus who take the lead.
I can give the keeper a little sympathy here because I think he might have been slightly unsighted. However, credit where it's due, it's still a fine finish from a tight spot.
Juventus have made their breakthrough, so can they build on it? Plays it out to the wing. What an adventurous run from a defender. De Ligt. De Ligt drives it forward. He's found his man. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
For Schalke, just did a brilliant job there. It was one of those all-or-nothing commitments, and he came up trumps.
He's got away. Now it's Luis Suarez. Koke. Nice little chip. Goes for goal! Clears it out of harm's way. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, you obviously have to give credit to the front men for the half-time lead, but I think the midfield can really pat themselves on the back too. They work tirelessly for me.
Juventus, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Juventus going well here, and they're in a good position to kick on and add to their lead. They don't have to overcommit, but they can place more emphasis on stretching their advantage without necessarily neglecting things defensively.
Dybala. Ramsey. Chiesa. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. And that's been won straight back. And it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Morata. Jeffrey Kondogbia. He's got options out wide. Jimenez gets into the right position to intercept. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Has a hit! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Tries to get it clear. He's left his man. De Ligt. Alexandro going full tilt down the left. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Koke. Dinks one in. Caught offside that time. Time for a change in personnel. 2 changes being made right now. Szczesny gets it upfield. Ball's gone out of play. Juventus are making a change now. Carrasco just brushed off the ball there. That's great strength on the ball.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Jimenez. Cristiano Ronaldo. He's pinged one, has a pop! And yes, it's there! 2 ahead, late in the day, game over surely.
And as soon as they made that error in midfield, they didn't have time to react before the ball hit the net. Very much a lesson learned.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most are tiring, you can impose a freshness and energy to best effect. What an introduction.
Juventus grab a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0. Ball's out on the left now. Time is desperately short now, but it is a corner. So there's going to be another change here.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Ramsey knocks it away. Cristiano Ronaldo. Alexandro. Chiellini. Forward it goes. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Koke. Arthur goes long. Goes for goal! And that is the last effort of the game. Juventus, they have won the International Champions Cup. A fine win in this most prestigious friendly tournament, which has been going from strength to strength since it began several years ago. A genuine test against quality opposition from right around the world. And so to the ceremony. This has been a short but a wonderful tournament. It has served as a fine medium to bring football to new fans. The winners, fine ambassadors too, in the cause of the beautiful game. Juventus were one half of the duo that had a starring role to play in last season's narrative. No doubt they will be looking to ensure that that narrative stays very much the same this season, and winning here would certainly be a great start. Their expectations for this Super Cup are high, and rightly so. The Stadio Olimpico, a venue that has an old-school feel about it. First serious game of the season, Jim. What do you think about it?
Yeah, and it's a game that won't define your season, but it can be kind of rekindle some of the quality and the collective strengths that got these teams here in the first place. Another trophy gets you back in the winning groove, of course, Peter, and while it guarantees little, it sets you off with more success in mind, and I always think that's a positive vibe to start on.
So it's down to business here. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Paulo Dybala. His game's all about control and subtlety, rather than power and strength. But that doesn't make it any less effective. He can goes past defenders with a couple of silky skills, create shooting opportunities for himself, or open things up for a few teammates. He's also a huge threat from set plays.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Insigne looking to get on the end of this. And it's kept out by a stubborn defence. Dybala. That'll be a throw-in. Ramsey.
Well, the fact that we haven't had an attempt on goal is becoming an embarrassing reflection on these teams.
And here's Mertens. Mertens gets it out to the wing. He's played him through. Morata goes for goal! Goal! Juventus! That could turn out to be a big goal.
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Juventus have made their breakthrough, so can they build on it? Hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0. And there's a long ball. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Quadrado. Chiellini. And it's played forward. He's through. And it's Alexandro. Gets up to head No, not the best of headers.
Oh, no, that was a chance. What a chance.
Dybala. Morata.
There's a lot of movement up front.
Yeah, I have noticed that those front players are working very hard, dropping deeper.
Yeah, and I just think it keeps the opposition off guard with so much switching of position. Keeping shape is much harder.
Receives it in a good position. Mario Rui, very firm in standing his ground there. It is a tough, full contact contest. Mario Rui. And we've reached half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
A lead that's fully justified for me. They've shown some excellent counter-attacking now, and it's paying dividends.
Juventus head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players behind the ball instead of running beyond it. They could even try to spoil it from here, we'll see.
Hits one! Goal! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe. Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Well, most of those go high and wide because of their difficulty. He made it look like he does it every day.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that second goal has given them so much more command and confidence now, and they should be able to take it on from here and either add to their lead or close it out. Surely they'll manage one or the other.
Elmas, cut out in the nick of time. Ramsey. Chiellini is on the end of some really unwanted attention.
Well, there's certainly a coordinated attempt to shut him down, which is, I suppose, a natural response.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Hit long and direct. Dybala. It's out for a goal kick. Koulibaly tries to locate someone up front. Alexandro. Ramsey. De Ligt. Arthur. De Ligt goes looking. Dybala. Morata. Tries a shot! And more and more and more. And they are pulling clear here.
Juventus are so well practiced in the art of keeping the ball through wonderful passing and movement, and a real appetite to ensure it's reflected in their goal count.
He snaffles his third, and that earns him the match ball.
Well, he's been the outstanding player on the pitch and devastating in front of goal. What a display, what a player.
Juventus take a 3-goal lead, and they are romping out of sight. Dybala. Now can he finish? Goes for goal! It's in! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
4 in the game. He is the man. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition look completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
Breaks on here. Morata. Deftly done. That's beautifully weighted. It's a fine challenge and it goes his way. They've managed to get it away. Needed a better pass there. He's got away. Played out to the right.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
De Ligt. De Ligt drives it forward. Oh, well played, he saw that coming. Forward it goes. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Questions for... And that's that. Juventus have won it in what has been the perfect end to the pre-season. And whilst it's no guarantee of success when the new campaign does get underway in a week or so, it is surely a significant boost to morale and a significant statement of intent. And now the moment, the ceremony and the presentation of the trophy to come, the very first trophy of a new season. So many more might follow. How many, we will find out over the course of the months ahead. Well, it is that special time of the year where everyone starts as equals. Far back in the distance, memories of last season, positions and points tallies on the last day, that's all now irrelevant. It is all about the ultimate prize that lies a long way ahead. That buoyant feeling is here. New start, fresh hope. Get the season off to a flyer. The fans are believing. The stands here, the curva, as the locals call them, make for quite an impressive sight, all in support of the grand old lady of the Italian game. Everybody waiting to get the season underway. Everybody equal on the start line.
Yes, Peter, and I believe that year on year the game is going from strength to strength. It's impossible for that not to happen because of the increasing wealth. That attracts the best talent and management and, of course, greater expectation. The boundaries have to continue being stretched and to the limit. Supporters have an insatiable appetite to want more excitement.
Shot at goal! Decent enough try.
Artur quickly realised that he could have a pop. Not his best.
So new season, and for so many, Jim, of course, that means new boss.
It does indeed.
No question, that's been the big talking point.
Yeah, absolutely. The new man certainly excited to talk about his vision ahead of the game.
Pogba. Alexandro. Ball is over the line. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano has a hit! A real chance and a real let-off. Alexandro spreads it towards the left. Dybala. And here's Morata. Morata! Oh, that's a fine save!
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
And he's there to clear it. Has gone out. Ronaldo plays it out to the wing. And here's Dybala. Arthur. Cuadrado. Drilled in low.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Dybala did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. Pogba. Pogba drives it forward. Now it's Morata. Keeps everyone guessing. It's Morata! Goal! Juventus! And it's Juventus who take the lead. Well, it was a hefty deflection, but he's claiming it. Deadlock broken. It's 1-0.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here.
Oh, great save, real class.
Quagliarella.
Simply didn't do anything wrong. He was thwarted by brilliance.
Forward it goes. Tries to get it forward quickly. Yes. And the first 45 minutes are up. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, this team has found a real rhythm to their game. The players seem to have clicked well. There's good movement off the ball. The passes are sticking. No one's afraid to have a go.
Juventus, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Morata! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
They get a throw in. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Dybala. And it's Pogba. Pogba. Dybala. And Dybala! Well played, he saw that coming. Quadrado plays it forward. Dybala. Out to the left it goes. Cristiano Ronaldo. Chance! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Keita with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Someone looks like he's in need of protection here.
Well, his stealth has been compromised because of his goal, and his treatment from here looks as if it could get a little tighter.
Well, that's a ball to nobody in particular. Juventus making another change here. De Ligt cuts it out. And it's Keita. Keita proving impossible to wrestle off the ball. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Keita can take all the credit for reading the situation, but careless defence played its part.
And that's been levered clear.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Dybala with a long pass. Morata shoots! Oh, and that should have been two.
Morata really did let them off the hook. They could have wrapped it all up.
De Ligt does well there, alert. De Ligt goes back to base. Ramsey. Just a few more moments for them to hang on. Dybala. Cuadrado. Dybala. Ramsey. Pogba. It's got through and massive leap. It's there. And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. Just so calm under pressure.
Well, I think that defence there thought they were in good position and they had him where they wanted, yet somehow he's worked a scoring position when it didn't see him on. It's really crafty business, that.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, some fans are already on their way out, so that to me says everything, Peter.
Back to the keeper and go again. So that's it. It is all over. Juventus get off to a winning start. It bodes well for what promises to be another exciting season. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Juventus have plenty to be pleased about with a well-earned 3 points. I'd call it a performance of
Well, hello and welcome to what amounts to football heaven. It doesn't get a whole lot better than this. The conditions are utopian. The sky is blue and the players are with us for a football match so widely and keenly anticipated. Truly, this is pristine, and the level of expectation and excitement is reflected in the smiling faces of the crowd. They know it means so much, and they also experience between them a great sense of privilege at being able to attend this most special of games. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages, one of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. And already we're underway here. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. Away from immediate danger. Palmer, get it back again. And it's Kuchka. Juventus picked up 3 valuable points on opening day, and now a chance to build on that. Clears it out of harm's way, and that's been won straight back. Loses his balance and loses the ball. Looks to clip it forward. Little accusatory stare there tells the whole story.
Juventus just had to make the ball stick, but came up short.
And here's Morata. Ramsey looks to dink one in.
No efforts on target is acceptable if levels of enthusiasm and energy are good, and they're not.
Massive leap! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Ramsey. Rabiot. Danilo goes looking. Ramsey desperately wants to get on the end of this. Digne. Digne cross and a shot! No, not this time.
I have to commend the wing play, but I have to condemn the defending. They've got to stop the cross.
Yeah, it's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Bonucci. Forward it goes. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? Oh, and he's asking too much with that. Bonucci drives it forward. Bentancur. Digne. And it's played forward. And it's half-time here. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Unspectacular, but solid, and that solidity could yet be the foundation for them to go on and win.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. Already up and running for the second half.
Juventus clearly have been the better side for me. Yeah, I know the score doesn't quite reflect it, but if they go about their game in the same manner as the opening 45 minutes, things really should improve.
And here's Ramsey. It's Morata! It's in!
And some players are just capable of grabbing a game by the scruff of the neck, and his immense talent may just have done exactly that and injected the belief that they can retain their lead this time round.
Jim, your thoughts?
It isn't rocket science, is it? You know, when you're defending, you react to the danger, but of course you must spot it in the first place, and they didn't. You know, they're not really looking up to pick the runners, and it was a cheap goal to give away.
So we have our breakthrough.
Oh, half-time has been a blessing for this team. You know, what a great start to the second half.
They've managed to get it away. Gets it back. And it's Gervinho. Bonucci tries to get it forward quickly. He's through the middle. Shoots! They've scored! 2 to the good! They have breathing space!
The invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
Juventus grab a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Morata is now the subject of some adhesive marking.
Yeah, and having notched a goal already, Peter, he's not going to be allowed to run off the shoulder as much as he'll want.
Conti, very firm in standing his ground there. It is a tough, full-contact contest. Well played, he saw that coming. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Ramsey has created one goal already. Looking to hit the front line. And here's the chance to counter. Digne gets it back. Digne demonstrating fabulous determination. He just will not be beaten. Kuczka. And here's Pella. Hoists it forward. Oh, they can break here. Juventus have time on their side now, as well as a 2-goal lead. It is just about done. Conti. Ramsey. Digne. Bentancur. Tries to stroke it through. And that has been cleared. And that's that. Juventus emerge victorious here, and it's no more than they deserve. They were simply the better team. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen? Well, this is a special time of year in the European footballing cycle. It's where it all begins again. The lifting of the trophy, the winners' medals. That was all back in May. A mere reminder, a relic of the glory that was and what may be to come, perhaps for one of these. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. So here it is, what we've all been waiting for. Make sure you are strapped in and ready to go.
Bring it on, Peter. I'm looking forward to a competition that always delivers entertainment, whether through its football or indeed its supporting cast of emotions. Neither of these teams will want a trip back to the drawing board after this, so I think we can expect something quite lively.
Goes for goal! And it's a goal!
It's hardly a surprise, is it? That's what we're here for. A player with this wonderful knack of being able to show up and deliver at important times. Yet another example. It's a keeper's nightmare, Peter. He just couldn't pick up on it until it was way too late, having so many bodies in front of him.
Juventus take the early advantage. Pogba. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well read, he sorted that out. Danger averted for now. He's in space and looking for options. And he's there to cut it out. Great challenge, time to perfection. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Cuadrado switches it towards the other side. Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo is onto it and can take it up. Towering header! In he goes again! He can get that clear. Cuadrado, and here's Dybala, and it's Pogba. Now the counter, over to the left.
Well, they would seem to be trying to expose the centre of that defence to runners.
It makes for some terrific movement.
It does, and they may be hit on the break because obviously it requires numbers forward to stretch them out.
Ball through needs to be good here. Morata. Dybala. Tries a shot! It's in! 2 up and threatening to pull clear. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Chiellini gets it away. Cuadrado. Goes direct to the front line. Oh, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. De Ligt. Alexandro tries to get it forward quickly. And help's available out wide. And it's half-time here. How would you review the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Juventus ahead 2-0, and they are looking good. There's the start of the second half. Alexandro. Dybala. Alexandro. And here's Morata. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
And it's Alexandro. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Alexandro gets into some... And a shot! Clears it out of harm's way. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Could move up a gear here. Oh, that is asking for trouble. And he's on his way. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, the protest continues, but in the end, they are defending the indefensible. Juventus are down to 10 men.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Soleimani! And how good was that? He's got himself a peach of a goal. Back to within one. Interesting. Oh, that is a bit special. This is threatening to become a really good game.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole complexion of this one. They have the momentum now.
Chiellini. De Ligt goes looking. Dybala! Well, that goal really has stirred things up. The cat right amongst the pigeons now.
Yeah, Peter, the cushion is gone, and it may get a little bumpier over the next few minutes, but it doesn't have to mean a momentum switch. If they can gather themselves quickly, they could hit back.
De Ligt. And it's played forward. Dybala. Morata plays it out to the flank. Quadrado has it in a wide position, so what next? That's been drilled forward. Gets wrestled off the ball. The referee's awarded a free kick. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Young boys are actually displaying tremendous fighting spirit. There's a real belief that they can still have a say.
Now it's Dybala. And Dybala! Oh, another save. So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Andre Silva is looking to make a big first impression here.
Yeah, it's safe to say that they just need to manage this to secure the win now.
Has a goal! Really well taken goal.
Juventus are looking strong on the break. Winning the ball in midfield is one thing, but it's their clever use of counter-attacking. That's the real highlight.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if you can snatch a goal. Mission accomplished.
Juventus could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Yeah, looks very much like the final nail in the coffin for me, I have to say.
Juventus making another change here. Here he is, making his first appearance in new colours. Good challenge, he just stood firm. A heavy challenge. Chiesa. And time is up. Juventus have got off to an ideal start. 3 points on day one, and it bodes well for the campaign ahead. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, pressure can quickly build on you if a positive result isn't achieved in your opening group match. Instead,